The reports at the moment are there's 53 billion in outstanding ATO debt. Now, prior to COVID, that sat at around 23 billion, and this is considered as reported debt. So it doesn't include people that haven't lodged. So it's a huge figure that's out there at the moment, and the stress and the pressure that is causing businesses and individuals is undescribable. What we are seeing is that the ATO is absolutely back to business as usual. They're back, they've been given directions, the debt team have specific directives that they're to collect debt. So active debt collection has been recommenced by the ATO. Now, there was even a comment in the Senate committee a couple of weeks ago with that direction that it is back to business as usual and the commencement of this debt collection. Now, what that means in reality is we're receiving calls constantly, as I'm sure a number of accountants are as well, following up outstanding lodgements and following up outstanding debt. Now, some of these calls are in relation to lodgements and debt that were meant to have happened last month. So it's not just old debt they're chasing, but it's all debt altogether, and as low as $20,000. The other thing we're also seeing is statutory demands being issued, and we'll also go through a bit later, but we're seeing director penalty notices being issued. And accountants and clients are also receiving firm action and warning letters as well. There's been a lot of commentary around when there will be wind-ups again and when legal action will begin. What we have seen and what we are hearing from the debt officers within the ATO is by the end of this financial year, there will be legal action taken. And with the seeing of statutory demands being issued, that all of that will lead to further legal action being issued by the ATO. The other interesting thing that I will just note here as well is that if a debt was incurred in 2019, it's considered as a pre-COVID debt. So even though all of us understand that COVID massively affected a company's position or an individual's position in repaying that debt, the ATO considers it as pre-COVID, and so there is no special consideration to that COVID debt. The other thing that the ATO have done is they've classified COVID in the same position as they would a natural disaster. So on their website, there's actually a list of natural disasters, and if someone is affected or a natural disaster occurs, like what's just happened with the floods, the ATO record a list of postcodes that are directly affected by that natural disaster. However, there then becomes a positive obligation on the taxpayer to actively contact the ATO and describe to them and put an application forward as to why they're affected and why they should be treated differently. Without any of that positive obligation, if you owe $1 and that dollar or anything more is outstanding, you're now considered to be in a position of non-compliance.